I'm Whitney Van Lanningham, and I'm personally a huge fan of robot monsters, especially after getting a dog. Robot monsters won't pee on your carpet, piss off your landlord, or scare your elderly neighbors. Actually, scratch that last one. They'll probably definitely scare your elderly neighbors. Most robot monsters are pretty dangerous because they're robots, so we've put together a list of the top 5 deadliest mechanical beasts to avoid if your life is a Bryan Singer movie. Number 5, MechaGodzilla. Weighing in at 40,000 tons, this robot Godzilla is also equipped with laser eyes, force fields, missile-launching toes, and, like Linda Blair, his head can rotate 360 degrees. MechaGodzilla was built as a planet-destroying weapon by space gorillas after his mutant predecessors didn't quite smash Godzilla into submission. Initially, he masquerades as the real Godzilla and kicks some major ass, until Godzilla actually shows up and sends him back to his home planet in a matchbox. This doesn't stop the Simians from rebuilding a bigger, better MechaGodzilla, and it certainly didn't stop the studio from making a shitty sequel. Number 4, Songbird. Like the big daddies before him, Songbird is technically not a full-fledged robot, but hey, menacing cyborg bird monsters still deserve a position on this list. The threat of getting scooped up by Songbird is constantly looming throughout Bioshock Infinite, and even his shrill caws are enough to send shivers up your spine. The really messed up thing is that his death is close to being one of the most emotionally distressing events in the game. R.I.P. Songbird. I won't miss you repeatedly trying to murder me, but you were Elizabeth's only friend who probably didn't deserve to painfully drown. Number 3, the Sentinels. These Matrix robots put Agent Smith to shame. For starters, they're real, so suck on that, you glorified kung fu clippy. The sight of even one of these things is enough to make you poop your panties, but of course, these killer calamari like to travel in swarms. Did I mention that they have lasers, and piercing claws, and the ability to sense even the slightest bit of sound you make? Yeah, I'd happily plug into the Matrix and let these robo-squids siphon my life energy just to not tick them off. Number 2, Grimlock. Even though he talks in the same third-person style as the Cookie Monster on Sesame Street, Grimlock is far from cuddly. He's the most fearsome and powerful member of the Dinobots, which is exactly what I want my job title to be when I grow up. He's just as strong as Optimus Prime, except he can totally turn into a T-Rex, which is the coolest fucking thing I've ever heard. He has a rocket launcher, an energon sword, and can shoot energy rays from his mouth, like a frat guy projectile vomiting on a beer pong table. Number 1, the Harbinger. The Harbinger is a Reaper, aka a giant living spaceship. In Mass Effect 2, the Harbinger possesses the Collector General and forces the Collectors to abduct the whole population of human colonies to try to turn them into human-Reaper hybrids. Like demons, the Harbinger gives no fucks when it comes to possessing a Collector. The process of possession is super painful and ultimately kills the Collector. When he attacks Earth in Mass Effect 3, it's revealed that the Harbinger is the OG member of the Reaper fleet. He's super strong and super terrifying, so the whole Earth takeover thing kinda sucked. For us. Not really for him. I'm sure it was a pretty sweet deal for the Harbinger at the time. Well, that's all the time we have today to talk about robots. Like and subscribe, and we'll make sure that the robot army that we're building doesn't end up mutilating you horribly when the time comes.
Prepare yourselves for the arrival